Back before they had buildings, we had school out in the trees.
Sitting on the rocks and stuff like that.
Well, I tell you what, school was different because when I was a kid, the teachers could spank you.
Yeah.
And I had one particular teacher. He was also the basketball coach.
Oh, no.
And he would prominently hang his wooden paddle up. And, of course, it had holes in it, Oh, his paddle's got holes in it so you can swing it faster.
Yeah.
Less wind resistance because, when they want to tear your behind up, they ready
They
to
really
tear your
want
behind
it to.
up. Yeah.
It'll whistle a little bit, right?
Yeah, you hear that thing coming. Whop, whop. And you didn't cry because if you cried,
it was going to get worse.
Yeah, it was going to get worse. Plus, you're in front of all your schoolmates.
You didn't want to seem like a wimp.
No. So
what did you do to get the paddle?
I just showed up. I think I did get the paddle one time. I don't remember what I got it for. I was kind of disruptive when I was a kid, unlike I am now.
Yeah, right.
But school was a lot more disciplined. I tell you what's neat is that I experienced that, and then I was a non-traditional college. I didn't go to college until I was 51. Mm-hmm. So I got to experience school today and see what it's like today. I like it much better today than I did back then.
You were able to
Same
compare
here.
the different times and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hey, I was just remembering a picture somebody posted, and it said something like, my mother used to beat me when I was little, and now I have a condition called respect for others or something like that.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it's true because back when I was in school, also they used to hit us. They used to grab a ruler. That was the thing. The big, in Mexico is the 1 meter, like a yard almost.
Yeah.
So that thing is nice and long, and it would fly. That thing would whistle like.
You definitely hear that coming, wouldn't you?
And I never got hit because I was a good little kid when I was growing up. But I would see it.
Why don't I believe that?
I know. I don't either.
I don't believe it.
And but I would see like my little friends get hit all the time and stuff, and it was bad. Sometimes they would hit them with cables and stuff. Like it got to that level.
Yeah, you don't do that now. You don't put your hands on.
I think
anybody
they
else's
should.
kid.
I think I was bad when I was in middle school. I wasn't bad in elementary and high school, really. I just didn't go to school much in high school, but in middle school.
You didn't go to school much?
Yeah.
Okay.
or I would come in late.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I
You would
think
come
I
in
needed.
late?
Yeah.
That's not like you. I'm sure I'm glad you outgrew that.
But yeah, I feel like they should still do that because that's what I would have needed. Maybe I would have actually done some work or paid attention if
So
I
if you
knew
ha-
I was going to get hit.
If you had a kid, when you have children, I assume you will one day, do you think you'll feel the same about sending your kid to school and giving a teacher permission to
Yeah, if they're
give corporal punishment?
Yeah, if
with
they're
their
acting
behinds?
up,
Really?
I think so, yeah. Because I know exactly how I was, and that's exactly what I needed. My kids will probably be going to some nun school just so I can make sure that happens.
Sister Catherine Mary.
You can whoop that butt right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Isn't that something? You go to a religious school, to get disciplined and make sure your kids are disciplined right.
But you can come out worse. There's people go there, they get all frustrated and come out in the real world and they go all kinds of crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the ones that get the most messed up, no offense to anybody, but
Yeah,
homeschool.
here comes the offense. Y'all get ready.
Hey, watch out.
Yeah, that means when you say no offense, that means
I
you
mean,
are
I'm
gonna
fixing
offend.
to offend you.
I think homeschool is bad because I feel like it turns kids into weirdos.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that.
Well, I don't know anybody that was homeschooled, actually.
Well, I think it messes them up socially.
Yeah, I think they are smarter. A lot of times smarter in general, but as far as being social, being able to socialize with their peers, then I don't think so. There's this one boy that came. He had been homeschooled his whole life, and he started at my high school our freshman year, and he was just so different from everybody else. He just didn't know how to interact with any other kids.
Yeah. Yeah, the schools teach you a lot more than just history and science and stuff. They teach you, how to interact with other people. They teach you how to follow structure. They teach you about leadership and how to respect leadership, and a lot of times they'll even teach you leadership if it's a good school.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to learn.
Kind of gives you a little bit of the real life taste of the real life. You know what I mean? All the little problems you're gonna come up with.
The bittersweet taste of real
Exactly.
life. It's coming. You can't avoid it. It's like I don't know what it's like. Anyway.
It's like having a preview.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Top Studios offers professional voiceover work for videos and websites. Let Top Studios produce a high-quality audio commercial for your business that can be played on the radio or on the web. Our professional voiceover talents will help you better promote the quality of your product and or service. We also specialize in industrial training and safety videos. Top Studios, professional photo, audio, and video production. For more information, call 732-781-8032.
You are all listening to The Man Please Show. Gracias, amigos.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
Man, please.
You know, the name of our show today is Booze and Schools Back Together Again.
Yep.
I find that very amusing. Because when I was younger, the drinking age was 18.
Oh, you lucky.
And so I graduated after I turned 18. Because I went to the first grade twice. I loved the first grade. So I had to get seconds on that. I loved it.
How do you fail first grade? You didn't know how to color?
Hey, who said I failed? Did you not hear me? I loved it and chose to go through again. It had nothing to do with me punching that teacher in the head. No, I'm kidding. I didn't punch a teacher. It was a kid.
Oh, man.
Alrighty then.
One of the big things I noticed that schools have changed is that now there's like more groups, more like a little more division. Like, for example, there's goth now.
Yeah.
Back when I was in school, you didn't have that. Maybe it was starting.
We called them freaks.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, they were a group of kids, and we called them freaks. You know, we had.
But it wasn't
jocks,
like it wasn't like what it is now. It isn't. It's not what it is. Like there's goth of one level, then there's goth that's called something else.
Emo.
I know there's all kind of sub levels now.
Emos are the ones that are depressed and they cut themselves.
Yeah.
And then the goths just listen to hardcore rock.
Yeah, and then
those were just normal kids when I was growing up.
Then there's the nerds, and then
we had nothing else. We didn't have video games, so we cut ourselves for fun.
Terrible.
That's terrible. I take it back.
And now they have the geeks and the nerds. They're two different groups now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different, and even the gangs look different. You know what I mean?
Because there were no such thing as geeks when I was in school. They were nerds, period.
Yeah.
There weren't geeks.
At my high school, there were like maybe 3 or 4 different categories, which 90% of the school were preppy, corny kids.
Preppy.
Like, oh my god, let's go to the lake house this weekend.
Sure.
We don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
our parents have money.
That's funny. Yeah, that sounds really. How they all talk like that.
They use the word like
why did I not get that Tiffany's necklace that I wanted for Christmas? Instead, they got me a car.
Where's our vomit? But
yeah, 90% of my high school was that, and then we had the goth / emos. Then we had the
geeks.
The geeks, and then we had the musical nerds, which I kind of fell into that category.
Musical nerd.
Like the theater people, band geeks, and then the chorus nerds like me.
Yeah, there's a lot of different groups now. When I was in school, I didn't see that a lot. I mean, maybe I was one of those groups and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that obvious as it is now. There's little groups that hang out together in every class, in every time you go on the walkways and everything, in the hallways. It's very divided now.
There's so many different dynamics to groups of people now, you know.
Yeah.
I think the only group that used to exist back then, it was just the pretty people, you know, all the popular people, and then the regular people.
We called them rich kids. It's, you know, we kept it simple.
Yeah.
I think that's about the only thing that we had back then. But
yeah, we and the jocks, of course. The jocks were the jocks, and I forgot. You know, I don't even know. I was a theater geek.
Yeah.
A nerd or whatever.
Oh yeah, power to the musical nerds.
That's right, but we didn't call ourselves anything. We were just. We thought we were the cool ones.
You probably started that, right?
I did. I started all the cool things.
Don't worry. We were the cool ones, Trog.
We were the cool ones.
So you think.
It doesn't take talent to throw a ball around. Who everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the big things
I don't know what to say to that.
Another big thing that has changed is that now with social media, all the flirting and everything is different, you know.
Yeah, you actually had to do it back then. You actually had to flirt.
You have to
you had to get in somebody's face.
Yeah, you have to go and then, humiliate yourself.
Yeah, and I did. I'll tell you a story. I'm actually embarrassed to tell the story. But I was at like a Walmart. They didn't have Walmart back then. It was Kmart or something. But I liked this girl that was working the cash register. So me and my buddy Mark, you know, we were like, you know, how can we let her know that you like her?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll go through her line, I'll buy something, and then I'll give it to her right there.
Oh, Lord.
And she'll think that's so cool, you know. And you know how you have these fantasies and things work out perfect in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't happen in reality.
So what happened?
It never happens. It's the most awkward moment of my entire life. I went through the line and I bought this thing, and then the girl, you know, and then I took it and I said, this is for you. And she looked at me like, no, don't do this now. Please. You're going to destroy my whole life if you do this.
Really?
Yeah, she looked at me like that. And I was determined, man. I'd done jumped off that dock. I was on that boat, man.
Yeah.
So I handed it to her, and she was like, I can't accept this. So she had to call a manager over.
What?
Because she can't accept gifts, but, you know, at that point, I was pretty much committed to it.
Yeah.
And so she had to call a manager, and the line's getting longer and longer, and people are looking, and I'm like,
man,
and then my buddy's standing at the door just about to die from laughing. And I'm just standing there waiting for the manager to, you know, sign some card so she can keep this little thing I bought.
What did you get her?
I don't know, TV or something. I really liked her. So she took it, whatever it was, and set it behind the counter. She said, thanks. And, oh, my God, I think if she could have stabbed me in the face, she would have. So,
oh, man. But
good times.
Nowadays, you like somebody, you find out who she's friends on Facebook, befriend that, and then try to get her to be your friend, and then just a simple little how do you call it?
Hey, girl.
No.
How you doing?
Hey, girl.
You don't even have to type anything. You can just put a little smiley face and see if it, if it works.
Send me a naked selfie. I know that's what they all do. Hey, send me a naked selfie. Come on, I'll send you one.
You start.
That is what they do. It's sexting.
I know.
This one girl that went to my high school, she sent a naked picture to her boyfriend at the time. She was a year under me, and then they broke up, and he sent her picture to everybody at the school. We had 2,000 students at my high school.
You know, and girls and boys have not learned that lesson yet.
No.
They're still
Still
doing
happens. Still happens.
Still doing it. Watch Judge Judy. Every other case is about somebody
Yeah,
ripping off their naked pictures.
But not
I
even.
didn't give him permission.
Not only in school though, adults do it. The politicians do it. Everybody
know.
does. Stupid.